Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. So a very good afternoon to everyone. I am continuing the Darshana topic. Today I am going to engage topic on Yoga Darshana. Yesterday we completed Sankhya Darshana. So presently today I am taking the Yoga Darshana. So Yoga Darshana, why immediately after Sankhya Darshana? So we all know that Yoga and Sankhya Darshana are like a Yugma Darshana. Yugma means what? Two. Both are having the most of the concepts are same. Even though some slight differences will be there, but most of the concepts are similar in both. That's why they are named as a Yugma Darshanas. Sankhya and Yoga, Nyaya and Vaisheshika, Vedanta and Mimamsa. So these are 6 Astika Darshanas what we learned since that yesterday we are talking about Darshanas only. So that two combinations of these Darshanas are called as Yugma Darshana because most of the similar concepts. The both Darshanas accepted the same concepts. That's why. So these are also called as Yugma Darshana. That's why immediately after Sankhya Darshana I am continuing the Yoga Darshana. So as we all know, yoga is a very famous one. Yoga means not only the asanas here, because presently we are more concentration on giving on the physical fitness only. So yoga is not only the physical fitness. Here yoga definition itself says that yoga chitta vritti nirodha. So this make us to take us our mind away from the all the desires so that we can maintain a good health. So the yoga chitta vritti nirodha, not only the asanas, yogasanas. So presently the many people will only think about the exercises are called as a yogasana, but here yoga is not only that, we are also concentrating on the mind also. So chitta means what? Commonly chitta is one of the synonym for manas. So chitta vritti nirodha, the vritti, the vishayas, which because of that vishaya only we are binded with the many attachments. Because of that attachments only we are suffering with the many diseases. That's why we have to make our mind controlled by ourselves, because without controlling our mind we are not getting any proper knowledge also, proper health also. That's why controlling the mind is very essential to get success in our life. That is very important one. So yoga chitta vritti nirodha means, so that is not only making a fitness of the physically, also mental health also we are concentrating. So yoga darshana, this darshana is since from this is always present. I feel that since from so long ago also it was there. Only when Patanjali Maharshi compiled all these things, he is the pracharaka of the yoga darshana, because since from the Srishti Utpatti, because to maintain a health, all the sannyasis, all the acharyas, they used to practice this yoga. Because of that only they were having the divya chakshu. Because of samadhi stage they got all the knowledge. That's why they are able to tell the all the important things about the Srishti Utpatti, why we are here, what are the darshanas, everything. So why we are here, what are the importance of our life, what are the our Chaturvida Purusharthas to reach these goals, why we are here, all those things. To know that one, they need a Divya Chakshu. No, without the practice it is not possible. So because of they will be continuously they are practicing this yoga, that yoga chitta vritti nirodha. That's why they are having the Divya Chakshu to achieve this. Since from then only it was there, since Veda Kala also, but only because it is distributed everywhere, here and there. It is not a compiled one. When Patanjali Maharshi came to know and he got interest in that subject, he made a Anusandhana. He did research on yogas. So he compiled whichever is spreaded everywhere. He just compiled it and explained to the people to get moksha. He started preaching about the yoga darshana. That from that time the yoga darshana is giving more highlighted since from that day. So that's why, so yoga is a very oldest one. And here moksha upaya, this is the best upaya to get the moksha prapti. So all the desires, what all the pain we are suffering, so it will help in removing all those kleshas from the mind. So this is one more synonym for Yoga Darshana is Seshwara Sankhya. So yesterday we studied that it is Nirishwara Sankhya. Okay. Because I think net connection is not properly coming. That's why. Because of that, it was stuck. So what I am explaining is, so Darshana Shastra is the oldest one, this Yoga Darshana, and it is a synonym is Seshwara Sankhya. So Sankhya Darshana, it is called as Nirishwara Sankhya because they not believed the Ishvara Tattva there. That's why it is named as the Nirishwara Sankhya. So here in Yoga Darshana, they accepted the Ishvara Tattva and they said because of that Ishvara, the creator, the Paramatma of the universe, because of his intention only everything is present in the universe. Without his intention, without his desire, nothing will be there in the universe. Like that, they initiation triggering factor on Ishvara they believed. That's why along with the 25 tattvas explained by the Sankhya Darshana, they told 26 tattva as Ishvara, because without Ichha of Ishvara, Srishti Utpatti might have not occurred. So then there may be question arise then how the Sankhya Darshana will not believe about Ishvara Tattva? Then how suddenly that initiation of the combining of the Purusha and Prakriti has taken place? To explain there, in Sankhya Darshana, they gave one Nyaya there, Pangu Andha Nyaya. Pangvande Nyaya. So Purusha and Prakriti, they are having a different qualities, no? So Purusha is Chaitanavana but Kriyahina. Prakriti is Kriyavan but Chetana Rahita, Achetana. So when Pangu Andha Nyaya, they explain, Pangu means handicapped, Andha blind. If the both person want to go to reach their destination, so they need a help of both. So because who is handicapped, they can't he can't walk. The who is blind, he is not aware, he is not able to see, no. So that route is he is need instruction. That's why the Andha and Pangu, they both joined and they reached their goal. So in such manner, here Purusha and Prakriti are also acts like a Pangu and Andha. So in that manner, the Srishti Utpatti has taken place. With the help of this Nyaya, the Sankhya Darshanakara, they explained. But here in Yoga Shastra, they told that it is mainly Ishvara, who is the main person, the Paramatma. Without his desire, without his Ichha, nothing will happen. When the Ishvara's thought of Srishti Utpatti, then only the Purusha and Prakriti combined together, then they started doing the Srishti Utpatti Krama. So that's why they accepted the Ishvara Tattva there. That's why it is also named as Seshwara Sankhya. Sa Ishvara Sankhya. This is one more synonym for Yoga Darshana. So important acharyas of the Yoga Darshanas, who are them? So when you study the Yajnavalkala Smriti, so Smritis are the oldest granthas. So in Yajnavalkala Smriti, we'll get the reference of the Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is the person who propounded the Yoga Darshana. We'll get this reference in Yajnavalkala Smriti. Hiranyagarbha is the person. So and Patanjali Maharshi, he is the Anusandhanakara. He did a research on yoga. He compiled all the yogas sutras from everywhere and compiled a Yoga Sutra. His famous grantha is Yoga Sutra. In 2nd century, he compiled it. And also he did the Vyakarana Rachana also. In Subhashita, we'll get the reference of Patanjali Maharshi is the one person who also wrote the Ayurveda also and Vyakarana Shastra also. Then this Yoga Shastra also. But this is not actually correct because the Shastra is written by any other acharyas. This is just thinking of some people. So Patanjali Maharshi, he also one of the important acharya in Yoga Darshana. And another important grantha of the Patanjali Yoga Darshana is Vyasa Bhashya. Vyasa, that Vyasa Bhashya is a very much Pramanikrita grantha. And Tika on that Tattva Vaisharadi written by the Vachaspati Mishra. Vachaspati Mishra and Vijnana Bhikshu are also come under the Yoga Darshana. These two are the important acharyas who wrote Bhashya on the Vyasa Bhashya. So these are the important granthas we'll get in the Yoga Darshana. We'll get more information about the yogas. Also many famous granthas like Raja Martanda. These all are the tikas written on Yoga Sutra. Yoga Sutra is the grantha written by, compiled by the Patanjali Maharshi. So on that Bhoja, Raja Bhoja, he wrote Raja Martanda Bhashya, and Bhava Ganesha wrote Vritti, and Ramananda Tita Mani Prabha, all those tikas. So these are the important granthas and important acharas comes under Yoga Darshana. So Vijnana Bhikshu also come, and Vachaspati Mishra also, Patanjali Maharshi, and Hiranyagarbha. These are the important acharyas comes under Yoga Darshana. So about Vachaspati Mishra, we all know he is a very good knowledgeable person about both Sankhya and Yoga. So always in Itihasa he got us some important stage that he is a very famous author, like that we'll come to know when we study the history part. So now we'll come to the main point. What do you mean by Yoga Darshana? So in the three manner only we are studying again. It is first Tattva Mimamsa. The same like Sankhya Darshana only, they accepted the 25 Tattvas along with the 26th Tattva Ishvara. The Tattvas. If we understand these Tattvas, we are going to get a moksha. Like that, these Tattvas are also helpful in getting the moksha. This is the Tattva explained by the Yoga Darshana. So main yoga word derived from the dhatu yuj. Yuj means which means samadhi stage. Samadhi stage is the stage where we realize the realization of the truth. So when we realize the truth, then we'll be away from all the desires. Then we'll get a proper moksha, because all the darshanas aim is getting a moksha only, no? So when we'll reach into the samadhi stage, definitely we'll be away from all the desires and we'll have a happy and blissful life. So this is the aim. So Tattvas explained. Yogaha Chittavritti Nirodha. This is the main quotation of the Yoga Darshana. So first we have to understand what do you mean by Chittavrittis. Chittavritti means what? Chitta. First Chitta word will come means we'll think that Manas. So but in Yoga Darshana, this is not only Manas. So Chitta is the combination of the Buddhi, Mana and Ahankara. All the Antakarana, what we call. So the Chitta means the Antakarana, these three, Mana, Buddhi, Ahankara. So Chitta Vritti. Vritti means what? It's Vishayas. So taking away, making a, so we are making a mind to take away from these desires, the Vishayas. Because of those Vishayas only we are attaching to the Ashubha Phala only, we are doing Ashubha Phala only. So we are making our mind to get control. So to do that, the Vishaya Vrittis, the Vrittis of the mind, we have to make mind to away from those Vishayas. So Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Nirodha means taking away from that mind to, from the desirable attachment things. So that Chitta Vrittis, what are those Chitta Vrittis? The 5 types of Chitta Vrittis they explain. Those are Pramana, Viparreya, Vikalpa, Nidra and Smriti. So Chitta Vritti means here Chitta is not only Buddhi, it is Mana, Buddhi, Ahankara, no? So when they will combine, then only we call it as a Chitta. So Indriyartha Sannikarsha Janya Chitta Vishaya Akara Grahana. So this when we'll get a Vishaya Grahana, when these manas will combine with the Indriyartha. So when Atma will desire, it will send signals to the manas. So Atma Manasa Sanyujjate Mana Indriyena Indriya Arthena Tato Jnana. Jnana we are getting in this sequence only. That's why when manas is combined with the Indriyas, so then only Indriya Vishaya will be we are getting. So when we see, for example, we are seeing one movie. So that time our Chakshu Indriya is seeing. Its Vishaya Grahana is Rupa Grahana is Chakshu Indriya's work. No? So when we see a movie, it's that time only. That is Pratyaksha. That time we just saw and came. But still that what was we saw that movie. the maybe that actor actresses, the subject matter of the movie, still it was roaming in our mind only. That Vishaya Akara. So we have seen the Chakshurendra work has completed there only. But Manas, which is attached to it, Indriya Artha Janya Sannikarsha Janya, what the by combining Indriya with its Artha, the knowledge what we got, still it is remaining in our mind. Other work, still we are recalling the that movie, that comedy maybe or action, something which you got attracted or which you got pain by seeing those movements of that movie, such things. So that akara vishaya is possible only when the manas is attached with the indriyas. So that is the vishaya grahana. So even though vishayas of the indriyas, that time only we left by seeing, but still manas is recalling it. So those vishayas. So those this pramana. So with the help of pratyaksha, anumana and shabda pramana, so we are knowledge we are getting. So this is because of it's a vishaya of the chit. So still we are recalling it. Pratyaksha, what we have just without leaving that work, still we are recalling that and wasting our time. So this is the chitta vritti. And with the anumana, definitely anumana again in detail I won't go there. So with the help of anumana pramana also, what knowledge we have got, still we will call like shabda pramana. So like the same Sankhya Darshana, they also accepted the Trivida pramanas here. So chitta vritti is the first is pramanas. With the help of pramana only we are getting the knowledge. So this is the one vishaya. Viparya. Viparya means what? Mithya jnana. Like a hetva bhasa we study in anumana pramana. It looks like a karana, but it is not exactly the hetuvat abhasaha hetva abhasaha. So viparya is also second vritti of the manas. Sorry, this chitta vritti. Then third one is vikalpa, means shabda jnana. So that is like shabda is having meaning, but it is not actually there. Like akasha kusama. So word is giving some meaning, but it is not exactly there. No, akasha kusama, whether in flower is there in akasha? No, no. So akasha kusama, like only shabda jnana we are getting. That is also one of the this chitta vritti. Then nidra. Nidra, because of tama adhikita, will get a nidra. Even after in sleep also we are getting some knowledge. So vishayas, in dreams we are seeing something, still we are recalling it. So these all are the vishayas of the chit. And lastly, the fifth one is smruti. Smruti is memory. So still we used to remember. If we quarreled with any friends or with in parents, still that time only it has completed. Still we are recalling it and getting. Sometimes we are happy, means again and again we are recalling that happiness and remembering the things. That's smruti. This is also one of the chitta vritti. So to take away from these chitta vrittis, because these are the hampering points which getting away from our goals. So it is hampering. That's why. So chitta vritti nirodha is very essential. The pramana, viparya, vikalpa, nidra and smriti, these five are the chitta vrittis. So after understanding the chitta vrittis, so one more 5 points, that is chitta bhumi, that avastha also we should understand. So these are the chitta vrittis. These are some avasthas. So mano avasthas, you already know some when you studied the mana prakaranam in the first chapter paper. So 5 bhumi or avasthas are Kshipta, Moodha, Vikshipta, Ekagra and Nirodha. The Kshipta, Moodha and Vikshipta, these three are the not useful for the Samadhi stage. So these are the avastha of the chit. So when you realize these avasthas, then definitely these are helping you to move in front of that getting a stage of Samadhi stage. That's why we have to understand the Samadhi, this avastha, bhumi of the 5 bhumis. So after understanding the chitta vrittis, we have to understand the 5 bhumis. Kshipta means what? Kshipta is the chanchala. Because of rajoguna pradhana, we are always restless. So we are thinking only to do that one. Okay, so now I completed this work, then again I have to do that work. So I have to gain money. I want to roam there. I want to go to Switzerland. I want to do that one. I want to do surfing. so everything, such desires will be coming because of rajoguna. That stage is called as kshipta. Because of rajo predominance, that avastha will be there in the manas. So moodha, next bhumi, that is avastha, is viveka shunya. This is because of tamoguna predominant. When tamas is predominant in the manas, so that time viveka shunya, we are not able to understand what we are doing is whether it is correct or not. So we will be in confusion state. That stage avastha is called as moodha avastha. Then third avastha is vikshipta. Vikshipta is intermittent. It is because of sattva guna predominant. So here sukha sadhaka it is. But these three are not useful to attain the samadhi stage. The next the stage is the ekagra. The fourth stage is ekagra. So chintana of the only one vishaya. So what you have a goal, only you have to think about that. Ekagra, when you are concentrating your mind, then only you are able to grasp the work. No, so concentrating on only one thing will help in getting the sense. So yoga darshana main aim is moksha prapti. So sankhya and yoga are having the both same thinkings, like purusha and prakriti. When these two are separate entity, if you realize, then you are getting the moksha prapti. This is the aim of the both darshanas. Here the ekagra chitta is understanding the two tattvas, one purusha and prakriti. If you understand it clearly, the truth, realization, what here presently in universe, what we are seeing is only Brahma. It is just our, because of tamo avarna, we are feeling it as a true, real one, like that. It is like a hetuvat abhasa only. But actually, if you, when you realize, then definitely you are getting the samadhi stage there. So this ekagra avastha, when you take your mind to concentrate on only one thing, definitely you will reach your goal. So this is the fourth stage, that is avastha. Then fifth, that is niruddha. So then completely nirodha of the detachment from the all the desires. This stage, these both will be definitely helping us to reach the samadhi stage, because attaining the samadhi stage is the moksha prapti in yoga darshana. So these all are the tattvas explained in tattva mimamsa of the yoga darshana. We'll get explanation about this yoga chitta vrittis and chitta bhumis, that is avastha. So also purusha concepts, they explain purusha concept as a, so nisargataha, the purusha is shuddha and chaitanya rupa, and he is swatantra. He is swatantra from the rashi purusha. Like, so when the atma will enter, then only manas, indriya, sharira will start working, because all these are jada in nature, achetana. When atma enter, only chaitanya, the consciousness will come. Because when you study the definition of Paramatma, Nirvikara Parastvatma Sattva Bhuta Gunendrehi Chaitanya Karanam Nitya Drashtatihi Pasha. So this is the definition you study about the Paramatma. No? So when these all are our Sharira, including Sharira, Mana, Indriya, everything is Jada Tattva. It's a Chaitanya. Only when Atma will enter, then only Chaitanya, the consciousness will come. So when, because the Purusha, he is the swatantra from this sharira, like that they are explaining. Because of ajnana, because of tamo avarana, we are thinking that, so atma is nothing but I only, the egoistic will come. So this is mine, I am here, I will do that one, this is mine, like that. Such only because of egoistic, the ahankara, we are thinking. When we realize the purusha is different from sharira, the prakriti is different, purusha is different, then we'll get the realization, actual realization. So this concepts they explained about the purusha. This is also one of the tattvas. So next they explained about the klesha, because klesha means what? Commonly we think klesha means it is the pain. If you normally also if you study this, klesha means it is a pain. So this is because of avidya. In yoga darshana they'll tell klesha as the because of avidya. This is of our karma phala, previous purva janma krita ashubha karma phala. Because of that we are suffering all this pain and all, like that. This is because of our avidya, ajnana. So the klesha are 5 types they explained. Avidya means what? This is a Brahma, like a Mithya Jnana. So which we are thinking as good, that may be the bad. Some which we are thinking it is a good for us, that is a bad as a good, like that vice versa we are thinking, that is avidya, because of brahma, it's because of our confusion state only. So asmita means was two different things are there, but still we are believing it is as a one only. So that is two different things believing it as a one is called as asmita. Raga means trishna, that lobha utpatti, so which is sukotpadaka vastu, because of that raga, the anuraga, so we are attaching towards that vastu, so that we feel it is sukotpadaka, but it is a klesha only. Dvesha, so if we are hating something, definitely even though they are good, doing good also, again still we'll try to search the bad things only because of angriness. So dvesha is krodha, this is also one of the klesha. Abhinivesha means fear of death. So whether we are rich or poor, still we will be having the fear of phobia for the death. So to get healthy, to make a simple cold also, we'll take a tablets, will fear of okay something might happen. Presently because of that COVID-19, everyone is very much scared. Simple sneezing also, everyone will look like whether they are suffering with the COVID or what, like that. So that abhinivesha, fear of death, so we are very much attached, we are very much bonded with the this because of the rajoguna and tamo avarana. So these five are the kleshas: avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha and abhinivesha. So these are the kleshas. We have to take away from our these kleshas, then only will attain the truth realization, the moksha prapti. So these are the tattvas explained by the yoga darshanas. And in Jnana Mimamsa definition, definitely the three pramanas, the pramata, what they have told, prameya, pramama, yathartha anubhava, prama, tat sadhanam, pramanam. So prama, understanding prama, and pramana, three types of pramanas, that is pratyaksha, anumana, shabda pramana, what the Sankhya Darshana explained, same way Yoga Darshana also explained. So in Jnana Mimamsa, the detailed explanation about the pramanas we are getting. So last one, Mulya Mimamsa or Kartavya Mimamsa. There they explain the Ashtanga Varnana, because in this context we are studying about the Moksha Prapti, Viveka Jnana, Atma Sakshatkara, all those comes under Kartavya Mimamsa. So here they explain the Ashtanga Varnas. Ashtanga as are what? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dhyana, Dharana and Samadhi. These are the very important Ashta Angas of the yoga, Ashtanga yogas. So first five are called as Bahiranga yogas and last three are called as Abhyantara yogas. Under this category you can study this. What do you mean by Yama? Yama is nothing but remember the Gandhiji. So they always used to tell, no, we have to tell Satya, Himsa, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha. These 5 points always they used to, they also follow, also they also explained us to follow to get a good, because without these following these factors we won't get the proper knowledge. So yama is sanyama, you can think sanyama. When you will get sanyama? If you are doing ahimsa, if you are doing harming to any person, that time again you will be thinking that, oh, I did this one, so that thinking will be always continuously, you can't concentrate on other things. So sanyama is very essential. If yama is taken, this is the first step to get a samadhi level. So this is the first step you have to take. So sanyama are of 5 types, that is ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya and aparigraha. If you follow all these 5, definitely first level you have completed. When you play any games in mobiles also, there will be levels, no? So to get the samadhi stage, to reach a moksha, so you need to start completing the one level, like that. So here yama is the sanyama. So you have to always do ahimsa, you should not harm any creatures and always tell the truth. If you tell any lie, so your lecturer might have given the homework, so you forgot, so you might have enjoyed the, playing a PUBG game or watching any movie or roaming out, like that you might have done and forgot to do the homework. That time simply you will tell a one lie, that no, I am not having this pen or something, or I am not having that book in with me, sir. so that's why I'm not able to do. Or else you may tell like that, no, my hand is sprained, that's why I'm not able to write, sir, next time I will do. Such things you may lie, so that asatya will still, to cover up with that, again you have to think, always you should be thinking of that, what lie you have told to your lecture. So that's why always we have to tell satya, then only we'll be away from. Because of asatya, you are losing the time to cope up with that, you are covering that your asatya word. So that always thinking of that asatya only. So always if you tell truth, then there will be no need of covering it. So you can easily do. So satya, asteya, so that we should not be desire for other wealthy and all like that. We should not think of others, we have to think about ourselves. So ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಇದ್ದಷ್ಟು ಕಾಲು ಚಾಚಬೇಕು, that is the proverb in Kannada, always famous. So we should not desire for the other properties. Brahmacharya palana, not only like keeping away from the maithuna karma. Brahmacharya palana means keeping the, what are the kama, krodha, manasika bhavas are there, controlling on them. So because in study time we have to be keep our mind very concentration and stay away from all the desires. So brahmacharya palana, this is not only meant for maithuna karma, this is brahmacharya means concentrating the mind only on the adhyayana, like that. Here if you do perform that, that is also one of the brahmacharya palana. Parigraha, so these 5 are the very important sanyamas, yama. If you follow these, this is the first level. If you come go for the niyama, second one, that is 5 types again: shaucha, santosha, tapa, swadhyaya, ishvara pranidhana. Shaucha means here again abhyantara shaucha and bahya shaucha, taking daily bath and all, that is bahya shaucha. And abhyantara shaucha, so not thinking bad things, so always you have to think about good only, so that is abhyantara shaucha. Then santosha, may keeping yourself happy, not harming anyone, but which action it will be helpful, that it's going to help to keep your mind very fresh and healthy, so that you have to do. Tapas means not only sitting under the tree, it is not like this. Tapas means you have to give concentrated mind to do what are the things you want to do to reach your goal. You have to do tapas for that, to reach. If you continuously work on that only, then only you are able to reach your goal. Definitely we have to do adhyayana continuously, so the satata adhyaya only help you to reach your goal. Then ishvara pranidhana, so ultimate aim of the every person is moksha prapti. So ishvara pranidhana, ishvara, when you realize the ishvara, then definitely it is help in reaching the samadhi stage. So ishvara, he is the paramatma. The what jivatma is present inside us is the just a amsha of that paramatma. So when we'll assimilate ourselves, we'll think of that ishwar, the paramatma, because paramatma is like a big ocean. The jivatma which is present is just a one drop of water type. When if you pour one drop of water in the that ocean, you are not again going to take out that same drop, no. So in the same manner, you have to make yourself so much struggle to reach that level. So you have to always think of ishvara pranidhana. So this is the second stage where you will this is the second stage of reaching the samadhi stage. So after completing of the yama and niyama, asanas. So definitely asana, nowadays most of the people are following, and so many yoga kendras are there, they all are learning. Yoga means, the asana means one, Siram Sukham Asana, the asana which is giving comfortable posture. So those all things are called as asana, which should not give pain to your physique. So that is called as asana. Sthiram Sukham Asanam. So easily one can perform such asana. Easily one can sit in that comfortable posture. What the exercises we are doing are called as asanas. Like some examples, asana, so that vajrasana, all those asanas. Pranayama, definitely. So Ramdev Baba do the yoga and all. He is the best person. He made his body so much active that because of this continuous Ashtanga yoga following only, he reached that level. So then only he is able to perform very easily. So tough exercise, the yogasana also he is able to do easily. So that pranayama, again pranayamas are like anuloma viloma, that other 8 types of pranayamas are there. So all those things pranayama will come. So it is the shwasa prashwasa controlling. The controlling of the breathing is called pranayama. So these are of 4 types: bahya pranayama, abhyantara pranayama, and stambha vritti or kevala kumbhaka. So also you can remember the kumbhaka, rechaka and puraka. Kumbhaka means so rechaka you have to exhaling. Kumbhaka is inhaling. The puraka is holding it. So these 3 are the important. While performing the pranayama, we have to be very much careful. How much time we have to. Starting only we should not doing the too much of hectic. We should not control our breathing. Once slowly if you start, then only we'll get the control over our breathing. We can perform for longer duration also. So pranayama plays a very important role in immunity building. Especially people who are suffering with the breathing problem, the respiratory infections, if they perform the pranayama, definitely they will be getting best immunity, and they will be not suffering that much, which are they are repeatedly they are suffering with the respiratory infections. If they follow the pranayamas properly, then definitely it will be helpful. So pratyahara means prati means pratikula, ahara means vritti vishaya. So taking the manas, concentrating, which is always running behind the attachments, no? So that indriyas, you have to control your indriyas, so that indriya vishaya which is running behind those vishaya grahana, no? That you have to stop. That the pratyahara means the controlling of the indriyas, staying away your indriyas to attain or achieve the vishaya grahana. So that stage is called as pratyahara. So these 5 are as bahiranga sadhanas. So next abhyantara sadhanas are dharana, dhyana and samadhi. The dharana means concentrating the chitta. So means nasagra, the concentrating on your nose, or keeping any one subject in front of you and watching that only. That taking your mind towards watching that only, concentrating. So that is called as dharana. Dhyana. So dharana is the with chakshu, open eyes you are doing. So dhyana by closing your eyes. So concentrating in between your eyebrows or something. So which you have put the kept in front of you, that you are just closing your eyes. Dhyana. So dhyana mudra in meditation mode. You have to sit closing your eyes. That concentrating mind by closing your eyes. That is dhyana. So that means first you are controlling your indriyas to keep getting away from the main that aim. So that is pratyahara, no? So like that dharana, concentration, you are giving your mind to see only one thing. So other which are attracted one attachments are there, devoting, taking away from, concentration to the only one thing. That is dharana. Dhyana, meditation mode. So that without the interaction of the indriyas, the bahya indriyas, without the help of bahya indriyas, only manas ubhayendriya, with the help of manas ubhayendriya, what we are doing, that is called as dhyana. So after achieving these dharana and dhyana, lastly samadhi, that is shunyata, shunya bhava prapti. So once we'll detach all the desires which are the hampering our reaching our goal, so then we'll definitely achieve the samadhi stage. Samadhi here in Yoga Darshana, they have explained the 2 types of samadhi. Samprajnavastha, asamprajnavastha. Samprajnavastha means what? Samprajnavastha. See here, after reaching all these goals, the yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana. So prajna. So even though you are detached yourself from the worldly desires, detachment you have done, but still you are have a thinking of dhyana. By closing your eyes, you are watching that one single, any jyoti you have kept, or any om picture, or any your favorite god, that you are concentrating. Still you have thinking that my indriya is watching that one. So still you have a attachment. So I am watching that jyoti, I am watching that murti, like that. Still that attachment will be there. That is called as samprajnata. Still you are in that consciousness, you are attached to that one. But when that after reaching that level, So then a sampradnya avastha, the last stage, your eyes, the Bhuendra is something seeing it is such, that is also you are not thinking, means you are detaching completely from the worldly desires and only concentrating on the Ishvara. So I am my Atma, the Amsha of Atma is seeing only Paramatma. I want to assimilate in that Paramatma. When that stage will come, no, that is called as complete samadhi. That is nirjivata. So completely we are away from the all the worldly desires. This definitely help us to reach our goal. So these all are the explanation given by the Yoga Darshana in the Kartavya Mimamsa. That is the third one. And they explained about the Kaivalya Prapti. The Kaivalya word given for the moksha there. By doing the Kriya Yogas and Samadhi Yogas. So very important Siddhi they explain here. To achieve this, after attaining this Samadhi stage, so Siddhi Purushas, what we call Siddhi, once they will reach with this stage, some will get the Siddhis, like so 8 types of Siddhis they have told. Because of Satata Yoga Abhyasa, the person will reach these stages. So that is Anima, Laghima, Mahima, Prapti, Prakamya, Vashitvam, Ishattam, then Yatha Kama, Avasiyata. The 8 Siddhis they have explained. Once the person continuously start doing these Yoga Abhyasa and Satata Abhyasa of these Ashtanga Yogas, they will reach to that stage. They will attain some Siddhi. So that attainment of Siddhi is called as the different types, names they have given. What do you mean by Anima? Anima means, so will become like a anusamana adrushya, like that stage they will achieve. So we are just like a small anu. We have attained, we came here for a certain time period to fulfill the karma phala of that previous atma, shubha or ashubha karma phala, attaining that stage. So will become like adrushya samana, anu samana, will take away from all the desires. So will become like a anu, will think ourselves as only we are just a drop here. So that this is called as anima stage. This is. And laghima, after attaining this stage, will feel that we are so much very light, our body became very light, such feeling is called that stage. Siddhi is laghima. Mahima means what? So sometimes after achieving that stage, some people feel like very heaviness, means we are like big parvata type, such feeling also that comes to that stage, the siddhi, when they attain. That is called as mahima. Prapti means whatever the things they want, they will get. Prapti, all the things whichever they desire. So what are that stage? If they want to do something by sitting there only, they will get all the things. That much power they will get after attaining that samadhi stage. Prakamya means, so what are the sankalpa, whatever they do sankalpa, definitely they will complete that one. So that is prakamya. Vashitva, so they will get vashikarana, so they are able to control all the pranis there, like that. Ishatva, so they will get control over all the padarthas also. So you might have heard about that the people are able to move the things which is away from them also with the help of their power, like that. So that attainment, so they will get control over the things also. That is called a Ishatva. Then Yatha Kama Avasayita. So complete that Yatha Kama, whatever the Kamana they want. So I want to assimilate, I want to then leave this body, like that. So when they stage, and now I completed everything, so I want to do this one. So that sankalpa, what they have done, what kamana they have, they are able to achieve that one. These are the ashta siddhis. These all are the like a power shakti, what they will get after completion, continuously they performing the yoga abhyasa. So then ashtanga yoga completion, this help in the attaining the, so help in the atma sakshatkara especially. And the Vishwara Tattva, he is the Mahat Paramatma, he is the person, without him it is not possible to get anything, like that. They have explained that to attain Samadhi Siddhi, Ishvara Pranidhana is also very necessary. Once we'll may think that our Atma is the Amsha of the Paramatma, then definitely will attain the moksha. This explained about Kartavya Mimamsa. So after knowing all these tattvas explained by the Yoga Darshanas and understanding the Pramana Mimamsa, then we completed the Kartavya Shastra, that is Mulya Mimamsa. So influence. Then lastly we have to come to the conclusion of the Yoga Darshanas. So influence of the Yoga Darshana on Ayurveda. What are the points we are getting? So what are the correlations we'll get in the Ayurveda? So 26 Tattva Ishvara, what they have told, even in Ayurveda also we accept Ishvara. Where we'll get this reference? So when we study Sushrata Sharira Sthana, while Srushti Utpatti Krama, the 6 Karanas they have explained, no? Sabhavam Ishwaram Yadricha Niyati. So that Ishvara, that also we studied there. This Tattva, Ishvara Tattva, 26 Tattva explained by the Yoga Darshana, we also study in the Sushrata Sharira Sthana. And Yama Niyama. So this is everywhere we will get Yama Niyama. The Yama means that is Ahimsa, Satya, Astaya. So everywhere that is in Sadvrata Palana we will get these points there. And Niyama, definitely Shaucha, we are giving importance to the hygiene, Sthana, everything during Dinacharya Daya, we studied that also. So these Yama Niyama Adi Palana everywhere. This is not like a sequence we won't get, but some of the points here and there we'll get the reference of Yama and Niyama also. Then Brahmacharya, this is the one of the important Upastamba. Ahara Nidra, Brahmacharya, these are the very important. So this reference also will get in the Ayurveda. Swadhyaya also, while explaining the Shishya Vrittis in Vimanasana 8th chapter, when we study what are the Shishya Vrittis, what are the things the student has to do, Swadhyaya. So that also reference will get in the Charaka Vimanasthana. And many asanas are also will get in the explanation. Examples in Basti when we are giving, that is left lateral position. That is also one of the asana. So in that position only it will go properly, insertion of that Basti Dravyas. So this is also will get. Then Pranayama in Sushrita Samhita will get the reference of Pranayama also, that Kumbhaka, Rechaka, Uraka, that reference will get. Samadhi stage. So in Manasa Roga Chikitsa only, first chapter only will get that word there. So that also Chikitsa Manasika, that there will get the Samadhi reference. That in Ayurveda Shunyata Bhava Prapti Deha, detaching from the Vishaya is called as Samadhi. Like that we'll get the references there. Then Trivida Dukkha Nivaranartha, that is Trivida Dukkha, Adhyatmika, Adidaivika, Adibhautika. These are the Trivida Dukkhas. To take away from these miseries, we have to struggle, we have to do the many things, such good Sadvrata Palana, Dinacharya, all those things will get in the Ayurveda also. Here Ashtanga Yoga Palana will get detached from these Trivida Dukkha, such things will get the psycho spiritual aspect also, both we are seeing in the Ayurveda as well as and Yoga Darshana. This is all about Yoga Darshana. Hope because this is a very vast subject, Yoga Darshana. If we try to start with the Yoga Darshana, we need 3-4 days only. But I try to complete in one session only. So if you have any doubts, you can ask in the comment. So have a nice time.